Thank you for joining Wind Down Wednesday. Today we are going to talk about marketing strategy and the importance of you having an actual strategy. And let's talk about also the losses that you're facing by not having an actual strategy in place, right? So, of course, anybody can go out and decide, I'm going to market to who I believe is my target audience, or I'm going to market to everybody. I am going to try to get any business in that's out there that requires, legal representation from an attorney, right? And I can tell you that I have seen these things happen where attorneys feel like they can come out the gate, open a law practice, and decide that they're going to be a lawyer for the masses. They're going to take all types of cases, doesn't matter what they are, where they come from, or what size they are, and they end up struggling so bad because either the cases are too big for them to handle on their own, or perhaps the type of client that they're hoping to get doesn't match up. Then they realize that the client has a bigger expectation or a not big enough budget in order for them to pay their legal fees, right? For the amount of work that needs to be done on this particular type of case. So this is where strategic marketing comes in. This is where you need to think strategically and really drill down to understand, first of all, who is your ideal client, understanding what those case sizes, meaning, how big is the discovery of it? How big is the pot that's going to be needed in terms of cost? How big is the resource requirement going to be from your end? Are you going to need a paralegal, a legal assistant? Are you going to need somebody doing discovery? Like, what do you need, right? You need to use all of these bits and pieces to, first of all, determine who your ideal client is, what they look like, and all the characteristics that you want them to have or you feel is sufficient for them to have. After understanding that is going to help you build out your marketing strategy, because now you're going to know what that audience looks like. What do all of the people in this group look like? They're going to have similarities across all of them, and that's why you're marketing to them, because they have these characteristics of which you're looking for in order for them to be qualified as your ideal client. Now that you know that, you can reverse engineer and now create your marketing strategy so that you're able to reach those specific people in those specific places with those specific characteristics, and then you'll know, hey, this is who I'm looking for. They mark off all the boxes. Of course, you're not going to get it perfectly all the time. But if you're able to have some big bucket items that you want your ideal client to definitely have, that is perhaps one of the best things that you can do when you're starting out in understanding who it is that you're going after and what do they look like? What are the characteristics about them that you want to have? This is the exact exercise that I do with my clients to help them get to where they need to be and understanding exactly who their target client, who their ideal client is, who they're looking for. That helps them narrow it down. It helps them to clear away the fog and see their clients as they appear, right? This is perhaps the most cost-efficient way of starting a practice, running a practice, and staying in business. Because if you're just accepting all types of cases, you cannot set up your law practice to be able to handle whatever that case is that's coming at you, right? You could end up in a position where you're over-resourced, which means that you have too many people working in your office and you're not generating enough fees to pay them. Or you could be under-resourced where you don't have enough people to help you with the case, because you need all this manpower and resources, and then you're not able to serve the client. So not only does marketing strategy help and speak to what your marketing efforts are going to be in understanding your ideal client, I think it's oftentimes misunderstood how important it is for you to use strategy also to inform what your operational plan and exercises look like. What does your staffing look like? What office space you're going to have? Where is it going to be? What does it need to have in it? What resources do you need to have connected to it? And what relationships do you need to have with individuals from other industries to help you serve your client? So when I say that you need to understand who your ideal client is, yes, for a marketing strategy, you need that. Yes, for business development, you need that. But you also need to drill down a little bit deeper and understand that this also informs your operational strategy. It informs how you're going to operate your business, how you're going to serve the clients, and how you're going to make sure that you get the best results for your clients that then helps to contribute to your reputation and your know-how and experience in a positive light. So, of course, I could talk for hours about strategy. I could talk for hours about business development strategy. I could talk for hours about marketing strategy, because strategy is what I do. Strategy is what I love. Strategy is what I'm passionate about. But I'm going to leave you with that in hopes that you will reach out asking specific questions about strategy, trying to understand a little bit more about, how strategy impacts your business, and what it can do to help you, and what can happen and harm you if you don't have a strategy in place. Thank you so much for joining this Wind Down Wednesday. I am Antonia Berry. I am the CEO of Strategy Academy. I hope that you would like this video and share it. And of course, send us topics that you want to talk about. Thank you so much for joining. Bye now.